Mike McCarthy would be the best option available at any of these coaches. And I'm telling you, Pete Carroll's too old. Mike McCarthy is still going into his late 50s, 60s. He might be closer to 60 now, but Mike McCarthy still has a lot of tread left in him as a head coach. He's one of the best offensive minds, obviously from the West Coast offense, the 49ers West Coast offense, as we see Andy Reid and Holmgren, and then obviously all came from that West Coast offense. But honest to God, if you're sitting here today and you're looking at these coaches lists, they don't really stick out at you. They don't like pop like, wow, this is a great coach. He's a must land. There are none. There really isn't. Are you going to trust Joe Brady? Joe Brady had an offensive coordinator job. He lost it, and then he got a Buffalo Bills job the next year. Okay, did he help the Buffalo Bills offense? Yes, but he's got Josh Allen. Okay, so anybody can coach the Buffalo Bills and get Josh Allen to play unless you're a really terrible offensive coordinator. And then you look at Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel, it's a foregone conclusion. Mike Vrabel is going to go to the Patriots. I thought it was already set up over the last really 48, 72 hours since Monday. He was going to get that Patriot job. I expect Mike Vrabel to be announced by next week with the Patriots. But right now, there's really nothing out there on these lists that I'm going to say, oh my God, I want him. My Jets right now are looking for their next head coach. Now, everybody keeps saying it's Rex Ryan's to lose. Now, why? Here's my question to the Jet fans. Are you going to be excited to bring back Rex Ryan? Why did they fire him from the beginning? If you knew that you were going to bring him back, and I'm sure Woody Johnson in his mind of minds thought he didn't want to fire Rex Ryan, but with the whole Mike Tannenbaum thing, and if he's going to fire the GM and bring in a new GM, he's going to fire the coach. And Tannenbaum got fired before Rex. Then Rex got fired when he brought in John Izek. How long was he here? That was, 1 year? And then the fans, they had a plane flying over the facility, the Jets facility, fire Izek, and he's gone. Now he's back with Seattle, I think. So, I mean, honest to God, you're going to sit here and you're going to be excited for any of these guys? That's why Dable still has a job. That's why the Giants did not fire him. Because there's nothing that stands out and sticks out. And now, the Jets are screwed. All these other teams, the Jaguars are screwed. Because if you're bringing a coach right now, you're stuck with him for at least 3 years, unless you're gonna be like the Raiders, or what the Raiders have done over the last couple of years. You hire a guy and then you fire him in 1 year. That doesn't give you that doesn't give you that teamwork that you want, that you're building through an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, special teams, and then you're going to fire that guy in 1 year. That doesn't make any sense. Ben Johnson's he's to me, what he is he's value picking. He wants the perfect team, the perfect fit, and that's where he's going to go. I don't think any of these teams are teams that he says, oh, I want that team.
I would have thought that would have been, I would have thought that would have been the Bears, but it doesn't look like that's the direction they're going in. They want an experienced guy.
Well, yeah, and they're already said they're going to talk to Matt Campbell. So I think the Bears, right, but also too, is there a perfect team for you? Yeah, you can say there is, but once you finally get in there and figure it out, you can try to construct all the things that you want. But there's no such thing as a perfect team. If you're,
I thought it would have been the Bengals too.
Tell that to Ben Johnson. He interviewed 5 jobs last year and didn't take one of them. Yep. Every single one of those teams offered him the job, and he wouldn't take them. He's a prima donna.
I'm not disagreeing, but what I'm saying is, if you're searching for perfection, you're never going to find it, and that's just going to be the way it is in anything. So how about just work with what you got and make it the best you can. Because perfection is unattainable. Nobody's perfect. Not as a coach, not as a player. What's that?
What position is there that wasn't worse or better than the ones they turned down last year? Because
it's crazy.
We were talking about it, and we're gonna have Doc on it in a bit. His Commanders was the team that paid him the most at $16 million, and now it looks like a lot better of a destination than it could have been. There's no obvious one like that, maybe besides the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and I agree.
Jets are not interested in it.
Right.
also, what's your definition of perfection too? And that's the thing of a perfect fit for.
I
Oh
think the
yeah,
Bengals would have been, but they kept their guy, so it's not them either.
well yeah. I mean, and he's a Nebraska guy, but and it's
Of
it's the
course.
same thing. You knew I was going to get one in there. Um,
Only 29 minutes into the show.
It's
yes.
it's really bad. It's this list of coaches is just really, really bad. Ben Johnson is probably the
Where do
more
you think Brian Flores falls?
the Jets. That's where I think he's going to go. I think Brian Flores. I know Rex Ryan is the lead guy that everybody keeps talking about, but I don't think the Rex Ryan Jets make any sense. I think in the long run, the Jets are looking at a guy that's been successful in the AFC East and a guy that knows how to beat Miami and beat the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. He beat all three of those teams, and he's a great defensive coordinator. Now, you would have thought that, hey, the Jets are going to bring in an offensive coordinator. The only guy that's really available that everybody speaks high volume of is Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's not even a list of guys that the Jets are interviewing. The only offensive guy they're interviewing is Joe Brady. And Joe Brady's definitely not getting that job.
No.
There's no way he's getting that job. It's either Brian Flores and Rex Ryan. So get ready, Jet fans. It's going to be another defensive coordinator.